Good evening, sir, madam, everyone. I am Nihal Vadhwani, student of class 6, studying at Atomic Energy Central School 4, Department of Atomic Energy, BARC Residential Colony, Mumbai. My journey at Lebdu started 2 months back in the month of May. I am very fortunate to have been a student of Lebdu. My heartfelt thanks to Lebdu online program, Lebdu for providing practical-based concept learning, interactive classes in latest technologies, deeper understanding of concepts through experienced and skilled teachers. It was really an unique experience. My mentor, Sri Sandeep Yadav sir, groomed me in the field of electronic circuit design, 3D CAD design and modeling, game development and Android app development through various projects like traffic light signal, BMI calculator, Android camera app, design of wheel and gears and many more. Sir explained and demonstrated the concepts with practical approach, positive attitude and excellent teaching skills. He made the learning easy and fun. I have designed the SOS application. SOS stands for Save Our Soul. It is used as a distress code to signal danger. The code signals that a person is in danger and need immediate help. The app will also inform our exact current location on a map through GPS. It keeps on updating it if our location changes. Alert message will go to our saved contact numbers within seconds. This app is very helpful for kids and elderly people. So, if you are in distress, feeling unsafe or in an emergency, this app helps you alert multiple saved contacts with one simple press of a button. I am in a planning to achieve the functioning of SOS button through mobile volume button to make it more faster. I have used the MIT App Inventor for developing the application. MIT App Inventor is an intuitive visual programming environment that allows user to build fully functional apps for smartphones and tablets. It uses block-based programming tools which facilitates the creation of complex, high-impact apps in significantly less time than traditional programming environments. It uses a graphical user interface and the start logo which allows user to drag and drop objects to create an application. It allows user to create apps for two operating systems, Android and iPhone operating system. User interface of the app mainly consists of the two numbers of text boxes and command button for saving the emergency contact numbers and SOS button for sending the alert messages. So, the title of my app is SOS app. Number label 1.text, number label 2.text. This block will initialize a list of two emergency contacts. Coding block 2. The coding I have done here is for this button. When submit button 1, click do, set number label 1.text to number text box 1.text. Set number text box 1.text to text. Call tinydb1.store value tag number 1 value to store number text box 1.text. Function of the app: when we will write the first contact number in the number text box 1, then it will be visible in the number label 1 above the text box after we click the submit receiver 1 button. The block tinydb1 will help in saving the contact number with the name number 1. Coding block 3. The coding I have done here is for this button. When submit button to .click do set number label to .text to number text box to .text set number text box to .text to text call tinydb1.store value tag number to value to store number text box to .text function of the app. When we will write the second contact number in the number text box 2, then it will be visible in the number label 2 above the text box after we click the Submit Receiver to button. The block tinydb1 will help in saving the contact number with name number 2. Coding block 4. The coding I have done here is for this screen. When screen1.initialize do set number label 1.text to call tinydb1.getValue tag number 1 value. If tag not there, number will be appear here. Set number label 2.text to call tinydb1.getValue tag number 2 value. If tag not there, number will be appear here. Both the numbers written in the text box will be saved and will be visible above the text box in the number labels. Coding block 5. The coding I have done here is for this button. When send button.click do for each item in list, get global phone number list. Do set texting one.message to get item. Set texting one.message to join. I need your help and my current location is location sensor 1.current address. If that does not work, then my current latitude and longitude is location sensor 1.latitude, location sensor 1.longitude. You can access my location just by plugging on them. When we will click on the Send SOS button, alert message will go to our emergency contacts. Coding block 6. When location sensor 1.location changed, do set latitude label.text to get latitude, set longitude label.text to get longitude. This block will help our emergency contact to find our current location through GPS. Alert message. When we will click on the Send SOS button, alert message will go to our emergency contacts with our current location through GPS. An example of the message is, I need your help and my current location is highway next to Pebbles, Boonde Vasti, Havdan, Pune, Maharashtra, 411021, India. If that does not work, then my current latitude and longitude is 18.5238473.76771. You can access my location just by plugging on them. So that's all my app. I am very grateful and thankful to Lebdu for giving me the opportunity to exhibit my project and have enjoyed my learning period. Thank you, Sandeep sir, for encouragement and choosing me as a capable student for this exhibition. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nehal, for sharing your wonderful experience and your app with us. Nehal made us realize that the technology is not bound till games and enjoyment point of view, but it also helps for the safety of an individual, for women, for elderly people, for children. So she has created a Save Our Soul SOS app that has various features from adding and updating your numbers to sending your live location. Thank you so much, Nehal, and I would definitely update this app in my mobile phone. So now, thank you, Nehal. Now, I would like to call Mr. Anurag Tiwari, the co-founder of Lebdu, a very encouraging person and a wonderful mentor. So over to you, Anurag sir.
Okay, so welcome students. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Yes. So welcome to lebdu.com, and also I welcome, it's my privilege to welcome Ms. Dolly Moore at this auspicious event, and she is one of the core Stellite member and administrator from Stellar Senior Secondary School, Kohima, Northeast, who envisioned the education of students in Kohima to become innovator and entrepreneur. She has achieved the fame of establishing the first tinkering lab in Kohima as well as in Nagaland. So we would really like to know about her motivation and journey towards innovation and tinkering and why it is important in 21st century. So please welcome our guest of honor for today's session. Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Am I audible, Anurag?
Yes, ma'am, you're perfectly audible, ma'am.
Okay. So good afternoon or good evening to everyone. I'm excited to be in this Lebdu exhibition, and thank you, Anurag and team, for inviting me. Yes, like you said, I am the administrator. My name is Tejavi Nomua, administrator of Stella Higher Secondary School in Kohima, Nagaland. And as rightly said, we are the first school in Nagaland to establish our Atal Tinkering Lab in 2018. And since that journey, we have been excited to be in touch with the robo species. That is also the co-founder by Anurag Tiwari and his colleagues. So Anurag is like a part of our school since then, yeah. And then thank you, Anurag, for the setting up our lab. And then at the same time, I can assure you that our students here, as well as teachers, including me, we are learning a lot. And right now, I just want to share regarding this innovation. I want to encourage the students who are here, present here. I want to encourage you that right now in this century, tinkering is something, and also one of the most important skills that a student should acquire. That is something that I have been encouraging my students here in Stella Higher Secondary School, Kohima, that every day they should tinker, with whatever things they come across, either in school, in the lab, or at home, or whatever they come across. When you keep tinkering, slowly innovations happen. But first thing, it starts with tinkering. You tinker and tinker, you may fail, but then that is how, innovations happen, So I want to encourage dear students to continue to imagine and then create new ideas, which will lead you to the next step, that is innovations. That is you innovate something new, you create something new, which will make our world a better place. And also, I want to ask, dear students, when you achieve something, don't forget to take people along with you. Always remember that. And I thank you all once again for giving me this opportunity. And congratulations to Lebdu.com, the team Lebdu. I have, visited your website, and I am excited, looking forward to all the courses that you have been offering. My son is just 4 years old, but then I'm hoping and looking forward that very soon, when he reach, I think the starting age is 8 years old, right, Anurag? So it's 8 years old, right? Yeah, so when he reached that 8 years old, I'm looking forward that my son will learn more from you guys. Yeah, so all the best, and thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. It's a privilege that you are here from all the way from Northeast India and delivering your effort and your experiences with the students. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining. You may attend the session. You may see, because there are more other students coming up with their more good ideas. So I'll brief you the session. There are a few students who have made their own wearable devices, which will help the visually impaired persons. Few of them have developed few good applications on Android, and only just by learning online, ma'am. It's not about coming to the lab. It's just by learning online, they try making that part, and really appreciable for the students who have joined here. So
that's something amazing. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Through online learning, yes.
This is how we're trying to put it. Like, we are having a DIY based thingy, and the learning by doing concept will follow. So if you learn and if you do together, it will be a good experience for a student to even go for the academic knowledge even. So if they scroll the books, they will be able to understand what exactly going through around them, right?
Yeah.
We are pitching that concept to the students, and really they really made their hard effort to prove themselves here in the exhibition. Thank you so much for joining, ma'am. You can attend the exhibition.
Yeah. I would love to listen to you all. Yeah. Thank you so much, Anurag. Yeah. Thank you.
Kritika, you may continue now with the students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for your time and you to enlighten us. Thank you so much. Now, it's a time to invite our next exhibitor. I would like to invite Fazil from Army Public School, Noida. He is very interesting in designing and developing games. So he is here to change our view regarding playing different type of games. So over to you, Fazil. Faisal, you are muted. You can please unmute yourself.
So good evening everyone.
Good evening.
So I am Faisal Rayyan, a student of class 8 studying in Army Public School Noida. So during the summer vacation, I have attended a summer camp which was conducted by Lebdu. Lebdu provides a great platform for kids to learn. The instructors at Lebdu were amazing and I learned many new things during this summer camp. Lebdu has also improved my programming to a much extent. With this knowledge, I have made many scratch as well as app inventor games. So this is my journey of game development. Presenting my app, Physique, I lead towards healthy entertainment. The application Physique is designed for children. It contains many interesting things and has several inbuilt apps that are also made by me. This gives an upper hand to the kids as they can access any of it within one single platform. The interface of Physique is child-friendly, so that children can find it easy to use. The best part is that this contains enormous amount of knowledge which children can gain in a fun way. So without much delay, let's have a glance at Physique, a lead towards healthy entertainment. So this is how Physique looks and feels. The screen is divided into 5 main sections that are entertainment, quizzes, crazy facts, health, and exit. So let me introduce each of these sections briefly. So this is the entertainment section of my app. This section has been made keeping in mind the interest and longing of children which lies in games. 4 game apps are available in this entertainment section. These games will enhance the child's memory, brain speed, concentration, and will also improve the child's multitasking skills. Next section is a quiz section. This single platform also has 4 different quizzes related to brain, space, mathematics, and the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. These quizzes will motivate the child and also keep them updated with current affairs. These quizzes will also improve the knowledge of the child and retention capability. The best thing is that these quizzes give the freedom to fail. Nobody is there to judge you. This section is a crazy fact section. This section is my favorite section. The bulbs present has facts hidden in it. Simply clicking on a bulb will reveal a fact. These bulbs will enlighten one's fact world. Next is the help section. Help section provides the way to use this application. It has a solution to all the queries a child can have during the use of this application. Lastly, the exit section. Willingly or unwillingly, one can exit the app from this section. Now I would like to show you the working of my app. So this is the main screen of my app. As I have said that this screen is divided into 5 more sections that are health, entertainment, quizzes, crazy facts, and exit. First, I would like to visit the health section. In this section, there are most common FAQs given that a user can have during the use of this application. In this section, as we can see, that how to use the crazy facts, how to use the pin the ball, how to use the platformer, and how to use the ping pong game. If I want to go back to the main screen, all I have to do is to press this back button and I will be back to the main screen. Next, I would like to visit the crazy fact section. In this section, there are 25 bulbs given and each bulb has a hidden fact in it. So if I want to read a fact, all I have to do is to press a bulb. And for example, if I'm pressing this bulb, it will read the fact. And the fact is, the speed of a computer mouse is measured in keys. If I want to read another fact, then I can simply just go back and come back to the section and press another bulb. For example, you can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from more than 2 miles away. Next, I would like to visit the entertainment section. In the entertainment section, there are 4 games available. One can play with any of it, and these games can entertain the user's mind. For example, I would like to play a platformer game. In this game, I can move the man and also I can jump it. All I have to do is to make this man reach the flag. And I have to avoid the fight. So this game is quite long, so I would just quit from here. Next, I would also like to show you the fruit slicer. In this game, I have to slice the fruits and I have to stay away from the bomb. If I mistakenly slice the bomb, the game would be over. Or if more than 3 fruits fell back to the ground, the game would be over. As more than 3 fruits fell back to the ground, the game is now over. Next, I would like to visit the quizzes section. In this section, there are 4 quizzes given, and I would like to visit the space quiz. So it's now saying welcome to the space quiz. It would ask us 30 questions, and on the basis of how many correct answers we give, it would give us a percentage of how much percentage we get. So it's now asking me questions that how much approximately Thali comet will from Earth. So it's 75. So as there are more questions, then I would like to go back to the main section. Next, I would like to visit the 17, a brain quiz. In this section, the rules are that I have to select the numbers that sum up to 17. So, and when the screen background is filled with the dark color, the time is over. It is now giving me the difficulty level. I would choose the minimum one. So now the game will be starting in 3 seconds. So now I have to drag the numbers that sum up to 17. So as this game is also quite long, so I will just click from here. Lastly, I would like to show you the COVID-19 quiz. Through this application, we can get to know the chances of having COVID-19 or not. All I have to do is to give a small test so that we can get to know if you are dealing with COVID-19 or not. So let's begin. And it's now asking me, are you experiencing any of the following symptoms? I would act like if I'm having COVID-19, so I would give him all the symptoms of COVID-19. Have you ever had any of the following? I'm in diabetes. Have you traveled anywhere internationally in the last 14 years? Yes. And I recently interacted with someone who has COVID-19. So now it's giving me a result that you have a very high chance of COVID-19 and I should not take it lightly and rush to the hospital immediately. And the last is the exit section. So when I press the exit section, all programs would stop and that's it. So that is all about quizzes. Hope it will be a learning and entertaining experience for kids. Thank you everyone for being with me. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, Fazil, for sharing your experience and your wonderful game with us. There are millions and millions of games which are being designed and still are in process. So we can see the game are not just a mere source of entertainment and joy. By game, we can also enhance our knowledge. It is also used in assessment. It also gives us facts, just like Fazil has divided his game into 4 different sections. So, in the era of this pandemic and this digital education is being promoted, we can have these kind of projects which can be used in school assessment as well as online exams. So, Fazil is now planning to add a new feature that can be used as school projects and school online exams. Thank you so much, Fazil. Now, I would like to invite our next exhibitor, that is Arvind D'Souza. Arvind D'Souza is studying in Indus Valley International School, Pune. Arvind is doing his research in a field of electronic circuit designing and he has a great interest in programming languages. I would request Arvind to take over and show his project to us.
Thank you. Okay, let me just share the screen. Share. Okay. Can you all see the screen?
Yes, Arvind.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Hello, my name is Aryan. I'm in 8th grade and I study in Indus International School, Pune. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the support of my mentor and my teacher, Mr. Anurag sir, the one who guided me and supported me with every project, including this one, fine-tuning my ideas that I've conceived, designed, and developed. Lebdu.com is a great resource to bring together like-minded tech enthusiasts on a single platform. My mentor, Anurag sir, recommended participation here to display my work and to apply for patent. Sensus Luminous aims to help the visually impaired in seeing what they cannot see. A device that takes a weak sense and strengthens it. A device that makes the world equal for all those suffering without the gift of sight. Sensus Luminous grants vision in 3 directions, which will slowly be upgraded to 4 directions, and later 360 degrees. It does this through auditory inputs to the user and visual inputs to the onlooker. Once activated, the sensors over here and here take input, and depending on which sensor is activated, the piezo buzzer over here and the red and white LED behind the frosted sheet of thin plastic located over here respond to. The wires are flexible, so they can be placed on any frame of any glass. And the applications don't just end there. They can also be used to distance oneself from others. Now, on to something interesting. I remember when we weren't under quarantine. When I was going to my school, I remember as I was boarding my bus, I saw a boy, let's just call him Raj, who used to help an old man every day cross the street. One day, as I was boarding my bus, I remember the old man standing there, looking blankly into the distance. Sadly, I was unable to help him, as I had already boarded my bus. That day, when I came back, I asked the security what the old man was doing there all alone. The security said that the old man takes help from the boy Raj to cross the street every day. Sadly, the boy Raj had gone back to his hometown. It was that day that I remembered, that I understood that there are people around the world suffering without the gift of sight. And that is why I created this device, Sensus Luminous.
Thank you, Arvind, for sharing your wonderful idea
No.
and your...
I'm kind of not done.
Okay.
Okay. After this, I plan to patent this device, Sensus Luminous. I would like to give license to medical assistance companies, which assist old age homes and schools for the visually impaired. Now, I would like to thank the audience for giving me 10 minutes of their life listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aryan, to sharing your experience with us as well as your wonderful and very interesting project with us. So Aryan did a wonderful yes. So Aryan did a wonderful observation and research before coming up with such a wonderful idea of Serenus Luminous. This project helps the people who are completely and partially blind. This project was made with an integration of different microcontrollers as well as various sensors. So Aryan is planning to convert this 3-direction project to 4-directional surroundings. So we believe that these kind of projects will bring us significant changes in our society. Now moving on, I would like to welcome our next exhibitor, Chinmay Raheja from Army Public School, Noida. He has implicated various games from designing its user graphic interface to its programming section. I would like to call Chinmay. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Chinmay Raheja. I am a student of Army Public School, Noida, and I study in class 9. I've been making games since 1 month. My game making journey started in a summer camp organized by my school and conducted by Lebdu. My summer camp teacher, Mr. Credu, helped me a lot. Whenever I sent him games, he used to check them and told me what else can I do. As I got more deep in game making, I applied for the game development course by Lebdu. There, Kritika ma'am taught me a lot. She taught me things that I never knew. So now I will tell about the game that I made, which is Crossy Roads. So, main motive of this game is, first is for enjoyment, of course. Second is to aware people about crossing roads, as many people die while crossing roads. Third reason is, games are also helpful to people who suffer from brain diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, etc. Now, I will tell about its features. So first, this is a mission game. There is a mission for you to make creature get to the edge 10 times before your power becomes 0. This is a multi-level game. There are a number of backdrops in this game. You can also restart the game by clicking the restart button. So now, I will tell you about the game. This game has been made from the idea of the famous game Crossy Roads, which you might have played. You will have to help the creature move 10 rounds. If you hit the car, then you will come back to your position from where you started, and your power will also become reduced to 0. How to play this game? So, this game tests your ability. You have to touch this other side. We will have to use the right and left key to make the creature move forward or backward. After the game gets over, and if you want to play it again, you can just restart the game by clicking the home button or restart button. Now, what did I use? I used the Scratch software. The main block of this game is broadcast message block. If I would not have used it, then the user would not have been able to choose the creature they want. Second most important block is the motion blocks, without which the character can't move. So now I will show you my game. This is the home page of my game. So this is the guide button. It tells us how to play this game. It tells help the creature to cross the road. Press right to move forward and press left to move backward. Press home to remove the guide page. You can also use the restart button for resetting your progress. So I will start this game. Here we get the option of choosing 2 creatures. My favorite one is Ghost, so I will start with this. Here. So my round is equal to 0 and power is equal to 30. If I hit one card, my power will reduce. And if I hit this, I come here, my round will increase. If you want, so when my round is equal to 10, then I will win this game. If my power is equal to 0, then I will lose this game. If I want to restart this game, I will just click the restart button and my all progress has been lost. So if we want to go to the home page again, we can just click this and here we come to the home page. Thank you.
Thank you, Chinmay, for sharing your experience and your crossy games with us. As we understand, few games are more than for entertainment point of view as well. So these type of games also check the response of the player. As a result, these type of games are recommended for the treatment of the patient who are suffering from neuro diseases such as Parkinson and Alzheimer's. Moreover, Chinmay has also designed this game to spread awareness about the traffic rules. Thank you, Chinmay. Now it's the time for our last exhibitor. I would like to call Mr. Siddharth from Delhi World Public School, Hyderabad. He has a very keen interest in electronic circuit designing as well as computer programming. Over to you, Siddharth.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Siddharth. I study in 7th standard in Delhi World Public School, Hyderabad. I am passionate about electronics from childhood. With the help of my parents, I started learning basic electronics myself from the internet. At the same time, I found Lebdu. Then we contacted Lebdu and received a very good response from the management. Then I enrolled basic electronics where I learned many things from my trainer, Mr. Anurag sir. With the encouragement of Anurag sir, I successfully completed my basic electronics level 1. Anurag sir is very friendly and he teaches in a very interactive method. After that, I enrolled for advanced electronics, which made me to know more about information on electronics. With the knowledge which I gained, I was able to do projects. As the Lebdu classes are online, but the interaction was like regular practical classes. Currently, I am learning Python with Miss Kirtika ma'am. She also teaches in a very interactive method. I learned enjoying at Lebdu. As a part of the exhibition, I have made a smart farmhouse. Today, I am going to explain a brief introduction of the project, about the components, usage of the components, message ahead of this project. This is a smart farmhouse. It is a prototype which fulfills the needs of agriculture sector with technology. Here are various sensors used which will be helpful for farmers to react in an emergency situations. In the smart farmhouse, it has a smoke sensor, rain sensor, water sensor, soil moisture sensor, Arduino Uno board, LEDs, buzzer, and jumper wires. Smoke sensor. This is a smoke sensor. If the smoke sensor senses the smoke, it will give a higher output voltage to the Arduino Uno board, which is the brain of the circuit. If MQ2 smoke sensor is not sensing any smoke, it will output a lower output voltage to the Arduino Uno board. This is the circuit of the smoke sensor. In the smoke sensor, it has two LEDs and a potentiometer. This is a digital output LED which helps us to recognize that the smoke sensor has sensed the smoke or not. Our LED helps us to recognize that the LED smoke sensor is turned on or not. This potentiometer helps us to change the sensitivity of the sensor. Rain sensor. When on the rain sensor, it has small circuit plating over here. When the water is touching these platings and it is connecting any two wires, it will inform this control module that the rain has been sensed. And here also it has a potentiometer to set the sensitivity. Water sensor. It is designed for water detection. It can be widely used in water level indications and even liquid leakage. This helps us to identify if the water is on the plate of the water sensor or not, and this IC will recognize if the water is there or not and inform to the Arduino Uno board. Soil moisture sensor. Soil moisture sensor, it has two probes. These are the two probes of the soil moisture sensor. These are the two probes of the soil moisture sensor. It gets the resistance to the value measured by the moisture value. When there is more water in the soil, the soil will be more conductive, means there will be less resistance. Therefore, moisture level will be higher. Dry soil is a poor conductor of electricity. There will be less water, and then soil will conduct less electricity, which means there will be more resistance. Therefore, soil moisture will output a lower output voltage. This is the soil moisture sensor. It has two probes. These are the metal platings which helps us to find the resistance. This is the control module which will inform how much resistance is there in the soil or the moisture. Here we have a potentiometer to set the resistance sensitivity of the sensor. I want to add IoT to this project, which, for example, here we have taken a rain sensor, and the rain sensor this is an ESP8266 module which will be connected to Wi-Fi. If the rain sensor senses any rain, and this thing will inform the ESP8266 which is connected to Wi-Fi, and it will give a message in our phone that rain has been sensed. In today's world, we should all use this kind of technology so that agriculture sector will yield more crops and the minimal wastage of natural resources. Now let's see how the project works. Can you see the screen? Excuse me, ma'am, can you see the screen?
Yes, so now Siddharth is going to present the prototype of his project. Over to you, Siddharth. We can see the prototype on the screen as a video.
This is a smart farmhouse. So in the smart farm, it has various types of sensors like a rain sensor, one second. In the rain sensor, it has copper platings which will connect the two wires and helps us to recognize the rain. This is the water sensor. this is a tank and this is the water level. When the water reaches to this level, it will indicate as this LED over here. This is a smoke sensor. This is a soil moisture sensor. For this rain sensor, it will indicate as this LED. For the water sensor, it will indicate as this LED. For the smoke sensor, it will indicate as this 3 LEDs and a siren at the back. For the soil moisture sensor, the values of the soil moisture sensor can be visible in the computer. Now let's try testing the first rain sensor. When we try keeping the rain like a water on the copper plating, it will indicate as this LED. As you can see over here, the LED has turned on. And when we try to remove the water from the sensor, when the sensor gets dry, it will turn off this LED. As you can see over here, the LED got turned off. Now coming to the water sensor. When we try, when the tank gets full or the water comes to the level of this water sensor, the water sensor gets dipped inside the water and it indicates as this LED. When the water is used and the sensor will get dry, it will turn off the LED over here. Now coming to the smoke sensor. We are using this as a smoke. When the smoke sensor senses the smoke, it gives us these 3 LEDs and a siren at the back. After the smoke has gone, these 3 LEDs got turned off. Now coming to the soil moisture sensor, we have kept the soil moisture sensor in the wettest soil we have. Here in the computer, we have something called as a serial monitor where we can view the values of the soil moisture sensor. As you can see here, when it is in the wettest soil, the values range up to -58%. When we try to remove the sensor from the wettest soil and keep it in the moderate soil over here, and we can see over here the values range up to 46%. Then we try to keep the soil moisture sensor in the driest soil we have. Here the values range up to -67%. And you might be thinking how all these sensors work. All these sensors work with the help of a microcontroller called as an Arduino. Thank you everyone. This is my smart farmhouse, a prototype of smart farmhouse, and it can be used for good agriculture.
Thank you, Siddharth, for sharing your experience with us as well as this wonderful prototype of a smart farmhouse. This is the future of our agriculture sector. Siddharth has integrated various sensors to it, and like rain sensor, water sensor, moisture sensor, and gas sensors. So this project solves various problems regarding agriculture, like inadequate amount of watering to the plants. It protects the crops from excess rain, as well as it has a fire alarming system. that is going to protect crops from unexpected fire. Thank you, Siddharth. We would really love to use its application in our home gardens. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Anurag Tiwari to share a few words with us.
Thank
Over
you so
to
much,
you, sir.
Kritika. Thank you so much. It's really a motivating session for all of us, and everyone proved their points so well. It's really important to focus on issues in the surrounding and come up with solutions and prototypes, right? So, for the same vision, we engineered Lebdu with our fantastic research team, various inputs from industry leaders and experts, academician, IIT, IIM alumni. With the help of even child pedagogy expert, we have developed our curriculum in such a way that a student will be able to learn required skills according to their learning levels with various DIY kits and trained professionals online, right? So we even you know what, like the student will get every single concept whatever they are learning in the classroom, but with a different way. Like if they're learning programming or learning C programming, another program, they can come here on the Lebdu platform and they can implement that hands-on with DIY kits. This is how we have developed our curriculum. So curriculums are available online for every courses free of cost. So we have developed various courses on Python, Raspberry Pi, artificial intelligence, machine learning, app and game development as well. So we also have bundled courses for 3 years, 6 years and 12 months for those who wanted to enroll for longer term. So there are certain benefits associated with the plans too. Yes, so a student will be able to get free participation there in international level robotic competitions like RoboJust. If they're interested, they can contact us and we can ask them to enroll free. And a student will be get free entry to the quarterly exhibition to participate like this. And also, there will be some expert support sessions or from the relevant industry expert will be given to the students too. Let's say a good app developer has come up, so we'll definitely connect you with. So we'll have a smart session on that app development with that app developer who is being developing app on Google Play Stores. If you are interested in game development, we would really like to invite those people who are in that particular sector working there as a professional, right? Yes. And after one more important thing is student can further file their patent, copyright, right? So we'll help them getting relevant process and connects. If they're really interested in filing the patent and the copyright for their own designs and ideas, I would really love them when they reply me back for their ideas. Great. So as Aryan told us, he's willing to participate in filing a patent for his devices. So we really need, we'll definitely let you connect with those people who are filing the patent. So just a brief introduction about the patent. This is how we vision of Lebdu. So it's not just coming online and learning things, but yes, will help you to follow the steps on patent, copyright, registry, and GIs also, geographical indication marks also. So this is what all about Lebdu. And also, if anybody interested in making projects, so we also have developed many different kit-based projects and curriculum there over online over Lebdu. You can go and scroll the courses. You'll be able to see different courses on robotics as well, like regarding electronics and coding, regarding Python, Raspberry Pi, and everything. Okay. So I hope even I really feel motivated looking at these young kids, and they really put their points well, and they have really prepared well, and I really love the way they executed their part. Thank you so much, Kritika, for introducing me. Over to you, Kritika, now.
Thank you, sir. As Lebdu focuses on real-life solving problems, all the projects represented by our hard-working is problem in one or another way. So this brings to an end of an event. We believe that these young innovators have already started changing the world and our planet with their nice innovations and approach to find solution to various problems. Thank you to all the students, parents and audience on behalf of my whole team for Credu and Lebdu. So audience and students like you make the Credu awesome. Thank you very much from your unwavering attention throughout an exhibition. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much.